Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another fabulous CB and the Boys radio show. We have got a fabulous hot show tonight with some fire hot topics you don't want to miss. So just sit back and relax and buckle up. It's going to be a thrilling ride on CB and the Boys. So, see you in. George, roll it.
CB Booker, George, Record Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, midweek motivator. Come on, gather around, get to 411, and let's talk about it.
All right. Hello, everyone. And welcome to another episode of CB and the Boys. You got me, CB, you got Roger in the building, and George, and we're trying to get Mimi in. George, send Mimi a link.
Look here, look here. Hey, as y'all can see, I'm drinking already. I'm drinking already.
Yeah.
That should tell you anything. We trying to get our act together, folks. We're trying to get our act together. But as y'all can see, my family's struggling. So guess what? Y'all got me. Lucky dogs up in the building. Anyway, we working on getting Sister Mimi back in. What up, Trey? What up, Jay? Anybody else got a name with an A? Oh shit. The boys are poet and didn't know it. But my feet short because they long fellows. Nigga. My bad. I'm cracking myself up tonight. Anyway, we're gonna kick, we're gonna get it kicking once we get everybody together. But like I said, the struggle is real. So anyway, I'm gonna start out to answer Jay's question. See, y'all don't understand. Trey always got something wild to say. He said blame Bill Gates. Now, I don't know where that's going, but I'm sure you'll tell me. Anyway, JJ asked, were we ready for the holidays? My answer to y'all is, yeah. You know why? Because I don't have to do as much as normal people. I don't have little children. And because of that, we kind of take a different approach. I know as a rule, Americans get crazy with the whole over commercialization of Christmas and all of that. But we kind of got out of that a few years ago, which I'm happy about. Now, it is my kid's birthday, so we do celebrate my daughter and things like that. But as far as the tree and presents, we don't do that anymore. I mean, some of my relatives do, but I say that to say, you know what? It's really kind of a good thing. Nobody needs anything. So that whole stress of scrambling, trying to go find gifts and do that, we're done with that. We stopped about 2 years ago, maybe 3. Couldn't be happier with the end result. Everybody is older, has their respective incomes, and nobody needs anything. So that's what's cool. Plus, my house is full. Keep that shit out. But for those of y'all that have little ones and grandchildren and stuff like that, hey man, enjoy yourself. Have a great time. It is a good time to kind of, just kind of reflect a little bit, get ready for the upcoming year. If you didn't meet your goals, start today. Don't start on the 1st, but you know what I mean? Go again. Yeah. Trey said, I feel you on that one, Trey. That's what it is for a lot of people. We've kind of started like a family tradition of traveling. So my whole family, my sisters included, and kids and all that, we try to take trips on Christmas now. I'd rather make memories than buy a bunch of stuff that we don't need. So we missed it this year, but we're going to pick back up next year. So that's kind of our new Christmas tradition. Now, Trey, do you guys' families come to you? Do y'all travel to them? What's the deal? Because living here, we tend to get more visitors versus when I was in KC, but it was kind of central. So, there's that. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be Grinch, but I'm just glad I don't have to do trees and unwrapping and all that extra stuff anymore. My kids are not young anymore, so that's kind of an upside. Do this. You know what, fam? Throw some places out. I think, places you guys have been, places you might want to go. I may try to put that on my to-do list, my Christmas bucket list from here on out, because we're always looking for somewhere kind of new to check out and travel. Doesn't matter where, but now that I'm thinking about it, you know what, folks? Throw out your list. Let me know. There she is. What's up, baby? Struggle real? Is the struggle real?
Extra real.
It's real. It's real. Mimi's working her way back in, shoulders and all. So,
right.
Trey said his family's coming this year. Oh, all right.
We see you,
Mimi,
but we can't hear you.
Yeah, Mimi's having the Roger issue now. I finally got my sound together now. She doesn't.
Well, she's on her phone too, so
yeah, I know. Her neighborhood is having some crazy connection issues. I guess Mimi says been going through the neighborhood all week, so that's all right. She'll do sign language, and then we'll figure it out from there. But let me ask, since you got okay. I don't care if you can't hear or talk anyway. You're gonna show, and you're gonna give it to us, the mime way. Like I said, I had to start too, but I feel like it wouldn't quite be the same if we didn't, do it like we're supposed to do it. And so
I don't know why you can't hear me.
We got you now.
Oh, you can hear me?
From my speaker, you can, yeah.
That's not good though, because the feedback is really bad. It's like this.
I don't hear feedback.
I hear the feedback. I hear myself really loud.
Oh, well, better you than us. We don't hear it, which is good. But anyway, you look like you need it, sis. You look like you need it. You ready?
I ain't got no 411 like that. All the 411s are on my phone, and you guys are on the phone.
I saw one of your hands was occupied though. See? People struggling at the end of the year.
I can't even understand what you're saying.
Well, then I'm gonna do it for me. How about that?
Come get the 411 and it's Mimi Drink Special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
Hey.
A lot of technical shit is happening tonight, guys. Okay, so I don't know if you want to find a disclaimer. I'm gonna be cursing a lot tonight. But anyway, so I already started my drink. So I have fruit punch, and I have fruit, and I have my red straw. I'm about to put some ice in it. And this is when I need some Prussian rum or something.
Oh boy. Well, yeah.
What y'all drinking? Let's go around the clock.
You already know.
Water.
Cindy, what you got?
Water.
An entire punk. Okay.
A whole bottle. Way to go. Good for you.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. I'm drinking Southern lemonade, and for those of y'all that don't know what Southern lemonade is, it's lemonade with whiskey. So that's my style. I kind of been doing that on my little tour. It's been kind of a whiskey week. So here we are.
Okay. And George got something. So.
Oh yeah, I got my.
In a past life, he was himself.
Yeah.
If opportunity knocks and he's not home, opportunity waits. He gave his father the talk. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
And that's what it is. I got the Dos Equis. I got the Dos Equis and the St. James red velvet wine going on tonight.
Yeah.
We're dealing with some stuff. We having
you-
technical difficulties. He's having technical difficulties, and I'm trying to find the resolution at the bottom of my bottle.
I know.
Damn. I was like,
So let me throw this right up here right quick.
and Mimi talking about all the cousins about to be going on, so maybe a little bit of that too.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be some.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, definitely some cussing going on because I can barely hear you, Mimi. God damn it! Hold on.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
There you have it.
So that's not really good if you guys can't hear me like that.
We can hear you.
I
We
can.
can hear you. You just
I
it's not like you down the street.
But you're audible. Go ahead and do your thing,
anyway,
girl.
let me just 1 or 2 411s and then we can just move it right along, okay? Because it's gonna be one of those things. That's not good. So earlier, I guess I would say this happened. It must have been on today because it was on the news. A pilot and a news photographer from ABC Action News helicopter crashed in New Jersey. You heard about that?
No.
Oh well, my condolences to all. I guess we'll just keep moving right along then. But I am actually doing this from my phone, and it's not good because normally I'll be on my computer and then I'll be on my phone for my 411. So this is not working for me.
Oh God.
We're dealing with some
Okay,
stuff.
so we're gonna talk about this one. This one is interesting. You know, this whole Biggie and Tupac thing. So Keith D decided that he asked for them to be released from jail because he said that everything that he said was just for entertainment.
What?
Who does that?
Right.
So
right.
he lied
Him.
on the stand for entertainment.
Yeah.
Entertained his ass right to jail.
Yeah, I don't think I believe that.
It don't make sense to me, you or Jesus.
No.
That
no.
makes sense.
Although, if you think about it, it's been what 27 years, something like that, and now all of a sudden, all of this is coming out. Oh, he's been holding all that time. I do think people do a lot of shit for publicity, trying to get a book deal or whatever. But the fact that you're willing to get railroaded and go to prison and potentially be some bad man's girlfriend, I don't know why you would do that. So, but then to recant that and go, no, I was just kidding. Yeah, there's something to that.
That's what happened. See, his boyfriend
yeah.
then got to him.
Yeah, Keith
He's like,
got
they
that.
They gonna keep kissing me in the shower. Hey, media, come here.
Yeah.
Somebody got to him.
Yeah, he got that Andy Dufresne. He got that Andy Dufresne treatment. See, yeah, what happened? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be interesting. I bet he won't move back here.
This ain't to be starting stuff. And this is bad because I have a really good one with this lady that decided that she's going to steal cash at a Waffle House. She's not an employee, but she went in, she started working, started collecting money, and did out after 2 hours.
What?
I mean, you know what? If she did a good job and the line wasn't long, I don't know. Listen, if you ever had to wait for some shitty service, which I have recently, I don't know. I can't really be mad at her. I mean, look.
You know what? Oh, wait a minute, because see, this touches my whole heart right here because I've been dealing with some shit. I correct me if I'm wrong for feeling some kind of way. At first, I thought it was just the McDonald's. Yeah, I thought it was just the McDonald's by my house. Every time I go to that motherfucker, no matter what time of day it is, no matter how busy they are, I got to pull forward to get my food. Every time.
Well,
So then I started going to the different McDonald's in a different part of the neighborhood at the same result. The other day I'm working, I go to McDonald's for lunch, and I'm way the hell on the other side of the city in the rich part of the neighborhood. I pull up to the McDonald's, ain't nobody in the drive-thru. It's 3 cars in the parking lot. I order a number 2 and get to the window, and they say, "Can you pull forward and get your food?" The fuck for?
That's usually
Can
what
anybody
happens.
identify?
Drive through. You drive through.
That's generally what happens when your ass goes to McDonald's.
I mean, I'm just saying.
In this day and
I'm just
age,
saying.
man, I would agree.
Guys, I know what this is. This is me. Hold on.
Kill your phone.
Yeah,
Kill your phone.
we know. We know.
Now there's
We see both of y'all. Now you feeding back me.
hang up.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Gotta
Mimi
get
getting
the
the
light.
right.
Gotta get the light
Hey,
right.
You know what this reminds me of? Like bloopers reels and shit on TV shows when you see like behind the scenes bloopers.
Right.
That's what we are. That's what we do.
This is gonna be it. This is an episode week. Everybody,
That's what we doing right now.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Roger and
damn.
CB are blurry. Mimi can't figure out if she's using her phone or her PC, and
I
my
am
camera
not
just
blurry.
ain't working at all.
Dude, I am not blurry.
It's some bullshit.
That might be you, homie. Yeah, what's really going on? See what happens when we go on. Come back and you know, shit is the fan, the inmates run this island, all that kind of crap.
This is punishment for not having the show last week. That's what this is.
Hey, fair enough. I still have questions though. I still got some shit I want to ask. But anyway, Mimi, can you read your other stuff now? I mean, just in case.
There's no
Since you
sound.
got your- Wasn't holding
There we
it.
go.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm excited until I'm not excited, okay? Because if this shit cut off, you guys know I'm gonna scream really loud. But okay,
if
so
it cuts off, we won't hear you.
That part. Anyway,
I was excited and then I just went down for a second. Okay, guys, so what the hell? This must be breakup time because everybody wants to break up right before Christmas. Nobody wants to buy no expensive gifts. Nobody wants to go on trips. Nobody wants to do nothing. They just want to break up so they don't have to buy. So Mariah Carey and Brian Tanaka call it quits after 7 years.
What?
and you think this is why he broke up? Because he didn't want to buy her something? Mariah is richer than God. That ain't why. She's fucking unbearable.
Well, I'll tell you this. First of all, it looks like we lost her again. But in the meantime, statistically, the 2 weeks before Christmas is the most popular time of year for breakups. More breakups happen right before Christmas than the rest of the year. And that's a statistic. They were talking about it on the radio the other night.
Really? I can believe that. I can believe it. I can wholeheartedly trust me. Been there. I can believe that. You're like, you know what? I don't want to go through another year with your punk ass. So I can believe that. You would think maybe Valentine's Day, but I think that's because, you know, people start to feel some kind of way. They feel left out or whatever. But Christmas. Why not? But yeah, my thought to that is Mariah doesn't exactly look like she's a picnic to fucking deal with. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. Like, I don't know her personally, but you know, you gotta read. You read a few things. You kind of see some stuff, hear things over the years, and it's kind of like, yeah, that's just like J-Lo. You know, look how miserable Ben Affleck is. But I think it's funny, and I like it because he's a dumbass that came back and did it twice. So I hope he lives the rest of his life miserable with his dumb ass. J-Lo can't keep nobody, but you went back twice. Come on. I do. Speaking of breakups, Deion Sanders and what's her name, Tracy Edmonds are breaking up. But you know, that's kind of one of those. It's no surprise, to be honest. I mean, they've been together for a while, though. They've been together for quite a while. But Coach Prime is doing Coach Prime things, so I don't know. Maybe that was too much for her. So yeah, it's all good though. Like I said, we know Mimi's kind of going through it. We might be getting her back. See, that's that Georgia interweb going on down there. Hey, does Cricket have internet, or is it just a phone? I feel like she got like some Metro PCS or Cricket internet going on right now. Go hit me. Go hit me. For real. So
we got to bring you up. I forgot.
Yeah, we got you. You back. Volume up. I'm a volume up. Yeah,
we can't hear you though.
Can't hear you.
She's coming. Yeah. Who else? I hope you studied while you were gone before you had to put your phone back up. And that's what I was gonna say. So, so check this out. While we doing that, let me hit y'all one. I got a few doozies for y'all. So, George, you saw a little bit of it. You saw a little bit of this earlier. What do you guys think about this? And I'm just going to show this. I'm going to show this this video that I got. I'm just curious what your thought processes are.
That's probably the same one I just queued up, I bet.
Can you guys
Is it the one that you?
Yeah,
we can now. It's all right. Keep it moving, girl. Keep it moving.
I am.
There you go. Is it the one I had up, George?
I don't know. Can't see yours.
Oh, well, probably not. It probably isn't. It probably isn't. Anyway, all right. Well, before we're gonna get into some videos and some WTF type stuff, Mimi, but keep it going. Now that you're back, you talked about Tracy Edmonds and
I was talking about Mariah Carey and her guy breaking up.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Chalaka.
Yeah, because he wants to have kids and she doesn't, and I don't blame her.
Well, that's why he left. So what's the problem? So what's the problem? That's why he left.
This is where I'm gonna blame her with this bullshit. Because when you get with somebody, you're supposed to have this conversation about, what the likes and the dislikes and the wants and don't wants, and do you want more kids or not? Because then we've wasted 7 years and I want to have babies and you don't, bitch, please. So I could get where he's at if he doesn't have any kids. But if he has, they just need to merge the families and make it happen, honey, because she didn't want to take her body through that again and then have some man leave her because she's over the top.
Yeah, because she actually carried the twins and gave birth to them. She didn't do a surrogate or anything like that.
That's a damn shame that that's a story. She's supposed to, but we know celebrities don't.
But we know that she's older than him, first of all, just like she was older than Nick Cannon. So we know she likes younger men. But when they get together, they should know already. Like I hear Mimi when she said they should have had that conversation 7 years ago. If he wants kids, because that's one thing that I do. If I meet a guy that's younger than me, and if he doesn't have kids, I don't waste my time. One, because I'm not having any more kids, and I let that be known at first off. So they definitely should have had that conversation. I mean, they lasted 7 years, so he must have really wanted to be with her. But the fact that she's not going to give him children unless they do a surrogate, probably. I'm sure
maybe he doesn't want that. Maybe he wants to go through the whole thing of watching her big belly and feeling it and talking to it and singing to it and all that goofy shit that men like to do to women when they're pregnant.
Yeah, and she's over that. She's like,
yeah.
And that's right. But so again,
don't do that. Don't give me that face.
But that's why he's gone. The good time was had by all. But yeah, it's time to move on. And that is kind of
7 years. That's the time of completion.
Which is really too long. That's probably 5 years longer than I would have wasted my time had I known that was her truth. Honestly, 2 years, one thing. So,
and I hope that she wasn't treading him around like, baby, let's just see what
Right.
happens and the bullshit, and then all of a sudden there's right before Christmas.
Though from what I've seen about Mariah, she doesn't hold her tongue. If there's something she wants to say, she says it. She definitely is one that speaks her mind. So if he decides that he wants to jump ship now, that's pretty much on him. But I'm pretty sure she was probably straightforward with him in the beginning. And he knows what's up, I would think. I mean, just by her character, I'm pretty sure she let him know what was up. He stuck around for 7 years. Maybe he thought he could change her mind and found out it wasn't happening.
Highly possible. Highly possible. Again, that's probably 5 years longer than I would have hung around had I thought that she wasn't going that route. But, he may have had other pokers in the fire.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is on that. They are recycling in LA and shit.
They are.
Who else you got?
Anybody else got 411s? Because I'm over it. I can't do anything.
Absolutely. Roger, you was about to put something up.
Oh yeah. While I'm putting that up, I was just gonna say, hey, Walmart's taking out self-checkouts. I think we touched on this a while ago, but I think it's hilarious because that's what the lazy asses get. You got 413 lanes, 2 people working, and you make other people check their own shit out. And I'm not on the payroll. So I'm glad that the theft and shoplifting has gone up by like 500%. I think it's hilarious.
So where did you hear that?
Right. I was just about to say that. Is that in every state or that's just in Vegas?
Because they have a nationwide project that's been going on for like 2 years. They were extending the self-checkouts and adding new self-checkouts.
Well, just check the news. You'll see. It hasn't been like a national mandate, but there are states that are starting to pull right away because they've experienced so much theft and loss. And I think right now it's on a state by state basis, but at the same time, they are. Some people are trying it out, and other people are like, we're over it. So that's like the second time it's made the news, though. Them canceling or starting to kind of consolidate self-checkout and things like that. So
that's crazy. I've been on I have actually been one of the companies on their Walmart remodel contract. Yeah. And that's all I've been doing is pulling anywhere from 30 to 40 new lines for self-checkouts.
Right.
And
again, I think it depends on it's a location and case by case basis, but there are places that are like, listen, they're losing their shirts because they keep on, the theft is way up and things like that. And I mean, if you think about it, all you got is that one little old person at the door that wants to see your receipt and try to verify. They old as hell. They can't see and or count that damn fast. So if you walk out with 12 items instead of 10, they don't know. I mean, if you walk out with 40 instead of 10, but that's not a good system I would want to depend on. So if you check like the stories and news, they are losing a lot of money. They've lost a lot of it. So anyway, there are pros and cons. So I use it, but at the same time, it's only not annoying if you're not buying stuff like alcohol or things like that. Shit, you can't check out cold medicine. And I damn sure don't look like I'm under 18, but they still want to, you got to get somebody to come scan it and kind of goofy stuff. So, I don't know. Go back to the old way. Give people jobs.
They need to go back to the old way for real. Look, not everything needs, AI.
Automation and AI. Yeah, AI and automation.
Yeah, not everything needs that. Not everything. And one thing that doesn't need that is when you're going to the grocery store and now you got 100 things in your cart and you got to go scanning all that stuff. And the little space that they give you to put the stuff in the bags is this much. So now you got all this overflow. You got to go find another cart. It's a lot of shit you got to go through. So mentally, I think that's some bullshit. I think that's a way to get people to stop shopping so damn much. So the people that really need to get some food could go get some. I don't know. It's a system. It's got to be a system.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. You think that's the way to stop them from getting so much? They have been talking about going to the Aldi's type thing. Eliminating shopping bags.
Oh,
bring your own shopping bag.
Which, I mean, I don't care about that. As long as somebody brings my shit up, I'll bring a bag. I'd rather be that than I have to go shopping and literally clock in like I work there and shit. Like, you know, I didn't come here to get shit.
Look, you bring a sheet, you put a sheet in the cart, take all the stuff out, put it in the other cart, and take the whole sheet, wrap it around, and then go with it like Santa Claus.
You know what?
You killing me.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, maybe I did that in your neighborhood. I don't know. I ain't never heard that shit.
One child hold the bread, the other child hold the eggs, and you got the Santa Claus bag with all the other shit in it.
Lord. All right. So real quick, while I got it up, like George was saying, what do you guys think about this particular? I just, you know, one of the things I happen to see, and I'll let it play a couple of times, and hopefully you can hear it. But check this out real quick.
Yeah.
Let me get that up for you. So, how crazy is that?
Is there audio?
No, they're basically they're just showing that, you know, well, y'all can read. I hope, shit.
Right.
You know, it's just.
You might want to read that people that are watching from their cell phone.
Yeah, Chinese people are now turning their hair to African hair. So basically, you guys realize, like, if you know, black people or people of color that have a different type of hair, if we get perms, it straightens our hair. It strips the bonds and straightens our hair. Lolo, what's up, mama?
Hey, Lolo.
And if people that have, say, like the flatter hairstyle and things like that, if they get perms, it actually makes their hair curly. So
Mr.
that's
Rude. What's up, Rick and Rude? Welcome to the show.
What's up, brother? So that's basically what they're doing now. They're basically giving themselves hair, you know, they're perming their hair, and it's taking on the texture of like a person of color, so that they can get, you know, twists and things like that in their hair, like black people or people of color. You know, how do you feel about that? Is that like appropriation to you? Is it okay? What are your thoughts?
You know,
can't hear you, Mimi. What's up, baby?
Yeah, we lost your audio, Mimi. But
there you are.
There you go.
No, I don't know. I was saying that I really don't care about it, because even like, you know, with the Orients, and they trying to do all this black hair stuff. Look, they break dance too, and so do Latinos, and so do blacks. Like, where are we going with that? We eat Chinese food. Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. Like, what? There's so much to this nonsense, and it doesn't end. It's like, you know, like white girls rocking, you know, braids or cornrows. Like, they shouldn't, because that's a black thing. Like,
right?
When does it end? You know, they want to rock a different look. To me,
I want to be like Mike.
About that, but.
I don't care about all that. It tickles me to see that, though, that they'll come and try something on this end. Look, almost everything in your household is made in China. What the fudge? Like, when does it end?
Damn, you want to be any more racist? I mean, we could have gotten it from other places. Unless
I'm just saying, it's not a bad thing that I'm saying. All I'm saying is, if the guys want to rock some black hairdos, maybe they should. They want to try something new, perm their hairs, and make themselves look a little different, because they just want to try something new. It's all good, because at the end of the day, like I said, we buy stuff, it says made in China, and we eat Chinese food. They ain't tripping.
Hey, look. All I can say is the creativity of our Afro-Americans has led us to become trendsetters.
That we are.
It's all I can say is a lot of people want to do what we doing.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm definitely
from an originality standpoint, I think everybody has something to offer. I just know, like with a lot of the comments, of course, you've got, you know, all gamuts, both sides of the fence, of people feeling some kind of way about it just because some people have a real problem with appropriation. I think what I tend to feel is maybe it's because people want, you know, maybe they want to practice into the book, and they want people to say, hey, listen, let me thank so and so and so forth for this, and then they be okay, like give credit to people. But even that is one of those, because believe it or not, a lot of stuff, even things like rice and all that we attribute to Chinese and Asian culture actually comes from Africa. So it's kind of one of those, like you said, really, who gives a shit? Because guess what? There are people that are walking around with Chinese letters on their body and tattoos and things like that. Now, sometimes they don't like that, or they do. Freedom of choice. So I just feel like I don't give a shit. But I just thought that was very interesting. Some people were mad on there. They were big mad about it. What you got, G?
But with that being said, I'll tell you one person that's not changing. It's the Karens of the world.
Oh, shit.
Here we go. Let's check this one out.
Oh, yeah. It's a while ago.
Don't be that way.
Oh my goodness.
You
No,
had
she didn't.
absolutely no right to do that.
You do know the repercussions of your actions right now, right?
Is that you give me my phone back?
I'm gonna give you a chance to apologize because I'm about to go crazy. You
This
can apologize
Roger right now.
now before I do something.
I will
Talking
apologize
more than I
after
would.
you give me my phone
Okay,
back.
so you're not gonna apologize, right? Right?
After you
Right?
give
Right?
my
Right?
phone
So she not
Right?
gonna apologize.
Right?
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Amusing.
What in the world?
Next is me.
You just
Next
hit
is
a
me.
woman?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
You wanna hit a man? You wanna hit like a man? You wanna hit like a man?
Oh, my
You wanna
goodness.
hit bit like a man? Hey, sit down. Sit
Now
down.
bro can get it.
Oh,
No,
goodness.
you had no business accusing my man of stealing.
Exactly.
You had no business
And you want-
doing that. Then you put your hands on him.
Exactly.
You deserve everything you got.
Right.
I cannot believe you think it is okay to hit a lady.
You just hit me. What are you talking
What?
about?
No.
You hit me. What do you think was gonna happen?
Touch me that way.
You gonna talk about it?
Just slap her around the
What do you think
world.
about that?
You know, I saw that video a couple of days ago, and I thought about Roger.
I saw that a while ago. Now, look, I would say that might not happen, but bro was a big cat. That was a big cat, so she felt pretty safe and entitled to do that. Because on a normal city street or whatever, I'm pretty damn sure, you know, she might have gone a different direction. But you know, with that being said,
She figured we on a plane. He can't run.
or she's going to get help, which happens all the time. They're going to come to my aid. Here's the one thing I have, the biggest problem I have with that. And I know people were recording and everybody tries to see why and all that. He talked too fucking long.
Right.
Way too long.
Right.
Son,
Yeah.
3-piece. It bat, 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 bat.
And you know what?
man,
It's
yeah.
interesting because I think I've seen that lady that was with him. I think I've seen her before in another video.
That video is
white
actually
guy
not.
this time.
That video is actually. It's fairly dated now, but I've seen it before. I saw it a while ago. Obviously, no, I don't advocate, you know, laying hands like that. But I say it all the time. It's a different time and day, and no matter how people feel about this, oh, he didn't have to hit her. She's the one. First of all, she goes, "You hit a lady." No, bitch, you're not a lady. There's a difference between a woman and a lady. And everybody's a woman. Most ain't ladies, even though they think they are. That being said, I'm telling you, you can be an old person, you can be a baby, you can be handicapped, you can be in a wheelchair. I'm just letting you know, if you touch me, I'm laying hands like a preacher. Just don't give him a 3 feet. Don't give him a 3 feet. So he was well his right. I don't give a fuck. Well, it didn't hurt him. I don't give a fuck. You know, like I said, more of that should happen. It really should. Like I said, shut some of that shit down. Bless her. Bless her.
Right. That part.
Stevie, what are your thoughts?
I feel like if you are the aggressor and you put your hands on someone first, you should be prepared and expect them to lay hands right back on you. I mean, Turnabout is fair play. If someone smacks me, best believe they're getting smacked back. Period.
And here's the thing, like I as a man, we all know that there's a certain threshold that we have. I'm probably going to have discussions with a brother like that if I'm as small as she is. I'm not going to turn and be that bold. The only reason she was that bold is because she figured she had help. There's no way you gonna see that big gigantic nigga and look up and be like, "Oh, you're gonna do this, get in his face and all that." That's entitlement that very few know. That very few know. So it is what it is. But I hope he didn't get arrested when they left. I hope he wasn't the one to get arrested. But it's been a while. So and Shorty, she did what she did best. She had a bunch of mouth, but shit, she wasn't big as a minute. So. She might have taken the L herself. If she'd have jumped in there and tried to, she might have taken the L.
Well, usually what men do, if they do have a woman, is they have their woman take care of other women. It's very
unless she can't fight.
Hit a woman.
That chick looked like she.
Yeah, she looked like, I'm sure she could fight. She said she was next. But the thing is, usually, because we're raised, boys don't hit girls, that they usually have the females take care of other females. So it's very rare that you see a man pop a woman back in that kind.
So yeah, I mean, his shorty must not have been a tooth chipper, like I said. She missed that. She didn't go to jail.
She is a tough stopper.
Yeah, she was.
She's shorty for real. But you know what? Let me tell you something though. You can't underestimate them shorties because they will beat your ass. Okay, them little things come with a lot of strength.
Well, like I said, he looked like he would have put her little ass on 2 pieces of bread. So I don't give a shit about all that. Like that's close quarters. That's like trying to take a salmon from a big ass bear. So and Trey said, "Fuck around and find out."
Right.
What you got?
So here's another one. This is a update like 3 days ago from an incident that happened like 7 months ago. That was really crazy. And I just had to show you and let you see what happened. This is crazy. But just know this gentleman is being charged with manslaughter. And I was noticing here, JJ said if you put your hands on a man, expect to get hit back. Keep your hands off.
That part. That part.
And then Trey, I agree with you. I know some females that'll fight anybody. Absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this manslaughter situation, involuntary manslaughter, I think it is what they're charging him with. But peep this out. This is really absurd.
Greetings, everyone. This is Jeff with Honor Your Civil Rights Investigations. And I am about to do the most important video that I have ever done because right now an innocent man is sitting in jail charged with a crime that he did not commit, and he's being railroaded by the powers of St. Johns County, Florida. On May 19th, 2023, a young man named Virgilio Mendez had rented a room at this Super 8 motel located here in St. Augustine, Florida, near the intersection of Highway 16, which is right out here, and Interstate 95, which runs right up there. At around 9 p.m., Mr. Mendez was eating some food while talking to his mother on the phone in this area right here. Mr. Mendez had stepped outside because he couldn't get good cell phone service inside the hotel room. As Mr. Mendez was eating his food in this area and talking to his mother on the phone, Sergeant Kunovich of the St. Johns County, Florida Sheriff's Department rolled up on Mr. Mendez. Despite the fact that Mr. Mendez was committing no crimes, Sergeant Kunovich immediately detained Mr. Mendez as he was walking back to this hotel room in that direction right there. And despite an obvious language barrier, Mr. Mendez was able to dispel any reasonable suspicion by explaining to Sergeant Kunovich that he was staying at this Motel 8 and eating some food out here on the sidewalk outside of the hotel room. But as is common with American cops, Sergeant Kunovich continued to unnecessarily escalate the innocent situation by grabbing a hold of an obviously confused and fearful Mr. Mendez.
Stop! 422 St. John's.
1012 single 13P, Hispanic male, white t-shirt, black shorts, Super 8 16, 3576. You get phone me. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Why, when I was driving around? Stop.
Eating.
Okay, but why did you get up and walk away?
Huh?
When you saw me, you got up and walked away. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
But you meet me here, you go for drinking.
Where are you staying?
Huh?
Where are you staying? Sleeping?
Yeah.
Here?
Yes.
Well, why aren't you eating inside?
Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Okay, I've got something coming. Okay, do you have any ID and identification license?
What?
ID, identification.
Yeah.
In the room?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your first name?
Huh?
Your first name?
I'm sorry, I'm speaking.
Okay, do you have any weapons on you?
Huh?
You have any weapons on you?
No.
Well, you know what that is. Turn around, let me look.
No.
Turn around.
No.
Turn around.
Bye. No.
Don't walk away from me.
No, sorry.
Don't pull away from me. I'm checking you for what? Get your hands away from your...
No.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
No. I'm sorry.
All right, so that's about as much of the body cam video as I can show because YouTube would censor this video if I showed any more. But, despite his completely innocent behavior and complete lack of criminal activity, Mr. Mendez would be brutalized by Sergeant Kunovich and his colleagues with the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. During the arrest, Mr. Mendez was tased multiple times. And at some point after the arrest, Sergeant Kunovich would collapse while having a medical emergency and would later tragically pass away at the local hospital here in St. Augustine of an apparent heart attack. As of the publishing of this video, 7 months after the night that all of this went down, Mr. Mendez has been held in jail without the ability to bond out and has been criminally charged with manslaughter for the death of Sergeant Kunovich.
What?
If you feel as I do that this is a disgusting abuse of power and a horrific miscarriage of justice, I encourage you to contact the St. Johns County Sheriff's Department and the State Attorney's Office for the 7th Judicial Circuit of Florida.
Wow.
So, wow. Damn. Now, how'd they get that? I mean, it's amazing.
The officer had a heart attack and died.
Yeah, he said.
So they're going to charge him with manslaughter.
Right. But is it a tragedy? Is it really?
Yeah, because the innocent man is sitting in jail for something he didn't do.
No, that ain't
tragedy.
They said,
That's a tragedy.
That's
shut
bullshit.
your faces. Y'all not listening.
That's
They
ridiculous.
said the officer tragically. See, some people listen to respond, not to hear. They said the officer tragically passed away. That's why I said, is it a tragedy? Really? Go back and watch it again.
Right.
You may speak. That's what I'm making the joke of. Yeah, y'all are fucking my joke up. That's what you're doing. Anyway, that being said, of course, that's pretty wow. And the fact that the language barrier, and I'm pretty sure he may or may not have been legal, ergo doesn't have representation. Where's Sean King when you need him? So I hope he sees that, because that brother really does work in the communities and all that. He's a major player. So if y'all don't know who Sean King is, look him up, because he's that guy that definitely sheds a lot of light on stuff like this that happens.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
he needs to get a really good Spanish attorney and not it be a state appointed.
With what money?
Right.
Look, this is where look, let me tell you something. First of all, okay, he's staying at the Motel 8 for a reason, whatever. You still gotta pay that motel. People think that because people staying in hotels that they ain't got money, they ain't got this. When you paying $300 and $400 and something for a week for 2 years in a hotel, you got money. Anyway, so you did my for a reason.
Period.
I'm speaking from straight up experience. Anyway.
Hey, it's cheaper than a lot. It's cheaper than a lot of rent. That's for damn sure.
Hell yeah.
Let me tell you something. Well, almost, because you could be paying $2,000 for a hotel room for a month, and some people are paying $1,200 for rent for a house. Anyway, by choice, folks are doing what they do. I know I did. So, with that being said, this is what I am going to say about that situation. These folks, okay, and I can say that because I'm Latina, so I'm going to say what I'm going to say, have monies somewhere, somehow, they can get it, and they always get great attorneys to get them out of like real trouble. So
I don't know what's the situation over there. I might have to Google his name and see who his mom is and see what's going on over there in the kingdom. And get back to y'all later on and tell y'all what's really happening.
I'm about to say that sounds like absolute bullshit. Would you let your kid stay in jail for 7 months if you had?
It's probably in there with no bond.
Yeah, that kid. No,
He
but
doesn't have one. He doesn't. That's what. Ain't that what they said, that they have him in there in jail with no
They
bond?
just said no, they didn't. They just said without the ability to find out.
Oh,
but I'm guessing probably they didn't give him one, or they gave him one that's like $1.5 million or some stupid shit like that.
Got to put up a
And
house.
knowing that
they don't have.
Yeah. So like I said, yeah, he ain't rolling like that. Who's the fucking Spanish Johnny Cochran? That's what they need to call. But clearly, he ain't got those kind of funds, because if he did, like I said, chances are you would have seen a lot more. You would have seen a lot more public displays of outrage and news, things like that. So I'm not disagreeing that some people have it. I'm going to venture to say this one doesn't. And as you guys saw, we all saw the language barrier was an issue. You stand in the Super 8, come on, let's just keep it a buck.
And then they turn around and tase the dude and all that too. That don't make sense. See, this kind of action. This is where
right now.
You got to understand. These officers are just off the chain. That's one reason we have a lot of these extra problems. I mean, this is my whole point right here. I'm going to post this up here, and this is my whole point right here. Read this part.
Abuse of power.
If the police never did people wrong, people would trust them. Nobody ever made a song called "Fuck the Fire Department."
Although a few weeks ago we did discuss that we learned some things about that also was kind of hurtful. But really, you know what?
But in comparison, just people.
By comparison,
run around talking about the fire department.
If you understand how the police force even came about, if you go far enough back, you'll know what it's about, and you'll understand it was never created for us or any person of color. It wasn't. It came from slave catching patrols, which means it just morphed into what it is right now. So what's interesting is they've sold us the narrative that you have to call them for all of your trouble and things like that. Knock on wood, I've never called them, and I don't ever plan to. If there's a situation that justifies, like I said, I don't believe in outsourcing my safety or problems to someone who is definitely probably not going to help in that respect. I mean, there are times, I'm not saying that all are bad, blah, 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 but whatever. If you know you're not one of the bad ones, don't get offended by what I say. But unfortunately, there are far too many that, they really, really do observe and practice, that inclusive nature and shit like that. So, I mean, look, they have a slave catching mentality. They have that above the law mentality. So, no, unfortunately, it would take some very, very drastic and dramatic shit for this to change, and that's paramount to civil war in a lot of ways, and in certain ways. I mean, you would have to have so many different groups and boroughs and things like that.
Hey, Javion.
Hey, boy.
There it is. What's going on, fella? How you doing, brother? My man. What's happening, brother? But yeah, I mean, it's still sad, but I think about that all the time. I travel. I go places. I don't want to get railroaded either. That's why the shit makes me mad. One of those guys can be having a bad day. They can have a bad day, and then they can go, and next thing you know.
Right. Everything goes south. And see, the bad thing about this whole thing is that young man was sitting down, eating on the phone, minding his own business. For the cop to even say, this is just to tell you how this cop was looking for the trouble himself. For him to say, why did you get up and leave when you saw me? First of all, that boy wasn't even paying you no mind. He was eating his business, because even when the cop pulled up, he didn't have his plate of food in his hand, which means that he must have just threw it in the garbage bin that was probably just sitting up right there. And he just, walked away doing his thing, and he came back around to harass this guy just because he saw this man.
I wonder. He have a heart attack.
You know what I'd have told him right after they tased me? I'd have came with some clear, good English and said, "This is the reason I got up and walked away."
Is it really that what you've done, George? After they taste you?
Yep. I'm like, this is the reason I got up and walked away. You just tased me for eating a sandwich on the sidewalk and talking on the phone.
I think you probably gonna poo poo on yourself a little bit once they tase you, but after that, after that it might
And
be
he
whatever.
just ate too, so he must have been full. He's great. He just talked to his mom. He's all right, and then here comes the bullshit afterwards.
Oh,
Poor
shit.
thing.
All right.
I'm
Look,
gonna look more into that though because that's sad.
That is sad.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
And the
very
next, so look, I got a question in the next episode of let me see what y'all think, because there's been some wild shit popping off lately, which I guess that's every day, so I shouldn't really say lately, should I? But don't know if anybody's heard or read about this. I heard and read about it the other day, but of course, as usual, I'd like to get folks' opinions about this. I'll post it and I'll read a little bit of it. It's not a video. Yeah, it pops up here. But nevertheless, I can just get into it. So Southwest, I don't know if they've done it or if they're going to do it. But Southwest is basically saying they have what's called a customer of size policy now. So instead of charging people extra if they have to need more arm, elbow room, they're giving those people an extra seat free, even if it means removing someone else who's on the flight. You follow me?
And I wonder what's going to determine that.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, because
I'm not sure they're gonna. Right, and once again, I don't know if this is gonna come to fruition. I don't know if this is a policy or mandate that's already been passed or not. But that's bad math any way you swing it. So I'm trying to figure that part out. So when I read it the other day, I was like, am I being fucking punked? That's really what I wanted to know. Am I being punked? Because that makes it makes no sense. So yeah, I guess my thought is,
how are they going to handle that? Are they going to bring both people to the counter and be like, we're going to give you I don't know, 3 trips down the line and we'll put you on the next flight because this guy is kind of, like, that's just, how do you?
Yeah, I'm just trying, and so. Right, so that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, how are we going about that? How is that going to happen? Because in here, I'll pull up and we can read a little bit of it. I'll go through that.
We need to get a flight attendant or someone from the airport on our show.
I have 2 friends that are flight attendants.
Oh, well then maybe. I don't know. I don't know if attendants can answer that question more so than.
No, I mean not okay. So right here. So
sweetheart.
And I think this particular woman, I don't know if she's an influencer or whatever, but her whole thing was she's been lobbying for this kind of thing, I guess, for a while. Plus size TikTokers are praising Southwest Airlines for its customer of size policy. So I guess it's a policy which allows overweight passengers to request a complimentary seat and forces the flight staff to accommodate larger flyers, even if it means kicking others with tickets off the flight. And so I think that's where it's going to get sticky. Now, this woman in particular that we're seeing, she's got an immense following and things like that. So I suppose, like I said, I suppose she's been lobbying for this kind of thing for a long time. But